Try not to get my hopes up because last time I tried this did not go well. But we're getting in the mix here. You know, I've been trying to stream some Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. It's looking good right now. I feel like the longest I've gotten out of it was about a solid 2.5 minutes, and then that thing just said and just died. So we're gonna try this again, and I'm thinking it might work out this time. I'm feeling kind of confident, not gonna lie. So I can pull the stream on my laptop. We're looking at it. It's playing. It hasn't crapped out on me yet. Okay, hit a little next screen button. Okay, we got the music on. I'm just taking my time with it. Bear with me. So I think we got to do another investigation, and then we get back, I think, probably into the final bit of this whole proceeding for episode 5, and then we finally get into the second game for Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, which I think is called Justice for All, but I actually don't know. But yeah, I think that's what's next. Still looking good. How long have we been streaming for? I'm just yapping right now to kind of play it safe. We're about 1:30 into the stream. We might be okay. I don't know. I don't know. I'm still a little on edge, man. I feel like I'm on edge within reason. I feel like this is perfectly reasonable for me to be like, yeah, this shit might crash on me. I feel like this is a perfectly reasonable line of thinking. Are we still locked in? A little back and forth action. We still locked in? Let me see. I'm a little behind on the stream. It's gonna come back eventually. Yeah, okay. I'm trying to open this shit up. Alright, sorry for that long ass delay for anyone who isn't watching live. Typically, the viewers that I get anyway for this stream is people who aren't watching live, so. Alright. Voices are going to be a little wonky. I got some water with me. I got Gatorade. If I remember correctly, the scene, I think it had the sister, Lana. I forget the girl's name. It might be May, not sure. And then we got Phoenix on this first scene here, so I'll be number 2. I swear if this shit crashes now, because someone just joined too. If it crashes, I'm gonna find you. Whoever's torturing me. Oh, her name is Emma. That's her name. So what do you think, Mr. Wright? I think the prosecution is as confused as we are. After all, the victim was murdered in 2 different places at the same time, and a different suspect was arrested at each of the crime scenes. Lana. Good morning, Mr. Wright. I apologize for yesterday. I was indisposed. I hope they didn't hold you too long for questioning. We just finished, actually. I'm used to all-nighters, though. What do you mean by that? So, how'd it go? As Mr. Wright suspects, the police are clueless. And as soon as I got to this part, the stream crashed. So I don't even know. It's still up. We're still looking good. Okay. I figured as much. So I struck a plea bargain. A plea bargain? What do you mean by that? We agreed that if I told them the truth behind this simultaneous murder, they would seek capital punishment. That's what I mean. But Lana, don't tell me you... Much to my regret, I'm as much in the dark about this as they are. Miss Sky. We found trace evidence of a certain person in the police department's evidence room. They belong to Officer Jake Marshall. What kind of trace evidence? Blood-stained fingerprints, to be exact. That's a trump card I have up my sleeve today. You do understand what this means, don't you? In order to defend my sister, you're going to have to accuse Mr. Marshall. We have to play the cards we're dealt. Isn't that right, Miss Guy? Do what you have to, Mr. Wright. February 24th, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 9. We actually got all the way to the courtroom. Okay, look at that. So I guess there's no further investigation. We're just going to use the evidence that we already have on Jake Marshall with the bloodstained fingerprints. Do I even have that locked in and ready to go? Oh, okay, I do have that. Okay. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lorna Scott. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is... I'm afraid you'll have to clarify. It takes 30 minutes by car to reach to the police department from the prosecutor's office. Yet the victim, Bruce Goodman, was slain in both places at the same time. But that's not physically possible, is it? What's more, I hear the victim from the evidence room just disappeared. Yes, and the body eventually reappeared in the trunk of Mr. Edgeworth's car. Wow, this is one messed up trial. One of my duties as prosecutor is to present impartial evidence. Today, I will present evidence relating to the murder at the police department. In doing so, I believe the way in which we should proceed will reveal itself. Now that's what sets Mr. Edgeworth apart. He sounds so on top of things, even though he doesn't know what's going on himself. That's supposed to be an admirable trait? Why are you always hating Phoenix? They're rivals, I get it. Anyways. Very well. Let the trial resume. On the day of the crime, what exactly transpired at the police department? Mr. Edgeworth, you may call your first witness of the day to the stand. For its first witness, the prosecution calls the suspect of the murder that occurred at the police department. The suspect? You mean the so-called murderer? Oh, no, I don't want to do that voice. Oh, boy. Things are getting wild from the get-go. Don't bring him up here. Oh, my God. Look at him. He don't even know where he at. Will the witness please state his name and occupation? Yes, sir. I am Officer Meekin, sir. Mike Meekin, sir. My occupation is, that would be murderer, sir. It's not an occupation. So you're telling us you're a professional killer? Sir, it was me, sir. I'm the one who did it. I'll never kill anyone again, sir. You've got to believe me, sir. Actually, sir, I'm what you call part of the younger generation, sir. I'm changing his voice completely because my voice is gonna get shot if I try to do it. A person whose actions adults can't possibly comprehend. Please, Mr. Edgeworth. Please, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. Help me, sir. Officer Meekin. Yes, sir. Give us your report of the crime. Consider that in order. Yes, sir, as you wish. After all, I am part of a generation that must be told what to do, sir. You can't fault him for a lack of enthusiasm. Is Emma just Captain Obvious or something? Who knows a little bit of science? Although it's not my normal duty, I was assigned to guard the evidence room that day. I spotted a suspicious man on the security screen and rushed into the room. I was only doing what I was trained to do, sir. I was severely attacked. I fought for my life, then I did it. After that, I passed out until another officer smacked me awake. So the victim, Detective Goodman, attacked you. Do unto others before they do unto you. That's the Meekin's family motto, sir. I see. And you fainted and a colleague helped you regain consciousness. I think I get it now. Because he says he got attacked. He assumes it was Goodman. And since we have Jake Marshall there with the handprints and all that, maybe he was wearing Goodman's costume. Now, why would he be doing that? I have no clue. That is just a guess. Because how could they both, there's two dead detectives, right? So how could they both be dead in like different locations? He might have just knocked somebody out. He might have knocked out Jake Marshall and then he passed out and then Jake woke up and woke him up. But he didn't say who woke him up. He said a colleague. And I don't think Meekins knows anybody either. I could be wrong though. Yes, sir. He knocked me upside the head, sir. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. What I need to hear is more info to work. Okay, so we've got to press him a bit. Okay. Crime report, sir. Although it's not my normal duty, I was assigned to guard the evidence room that day. Okay. Why was he told to do that? Mr. Meekins, you work in the General Affairs Department, do you not? Yes, sir. I am in charge of hiring new recruits, sir. Yikes. Now, there's a scary thought. Evidence transferal was taking place on the day of the crime, which meant many officers were given special tasks not ordinarily performed. I was in charge of guarding the Blue Badger, sir. The Blue Badger? Yes, sir. The lovely police mascot created by Chief and Detective, sir. Or Chief and Detective, sir. Aw, hell nah. Yo, you kind of hitting that shit, though. Look at him bring it back. Ugh. Okay. I can't dance like this thing, I ain't gonna lie. I was to ensure it wasn't broken during the transferal process. That was my sole mission for the day, sir. I'm for sure muting that song, by the way, if I have to sit there and listen to it for too long. I'm telling y'all. I see. Sounds like a very, important mission. After the award ceremony finished that day, there were so many people running around that I relocated the Blue Badger to the evidence room. Oh, so that's why you went to the evidence room. Tell us, what did you see when you got there? Bro, back up. Damn. I spotted a suspicious man on the security screen and rushed into the room. In order to enter the evidence room, you need an ID card, am I correct? Precisely, sir. I have one right here around my neck. So then, your ID number should be listed on here, right? Yeah, which one is it, Meekin? There it is, I found it. This is the right one right here. Could you please read us the number? Yes, sir. It's 4989596. That's my number, sir. Hold the fuck up. 4989596. You see this shit? Okay. I can buy that. But look, so the one that's not marked is on there twice. Okay, there's two not marked. 77777, don't know who that is. But the 4989596 is him. He came in there twice? Or is that to leave and to exit and enter? I'm not sure. That's interesting. Why did he go in there twice? I see. The number 4989596 is shown to be used twice. Please explain, witness. It's no real mystery, sir. The first time is when I relocated the Blue Badger to the evidence room. And the second time is when I went to go get him after everything settled down. I see. So it was during the second time when... Yes, sir. That was when I spotted the man on the security screen. Okay, so ID card record. Okay. Data added. Okay, gotcha. These updated the evidence. Gotcha. Cool. Every time we press them on something, we get more information, like actual information, which is good. It's not just like talking back and forth. So that's pretty refreshing. So we know he went in there twice, once to put the ledger in there, and then the second time to bring it back out. And the second time is when everything went down. Now, before he went in there a second time, Bruce Goodman was already in there. Okay. It was only during that, or I was only doing what I was trained to do, sir. I was suddenly attacked. Okay. So you were attacked. Can you please tell us exactly what happened to you? It was a knife, sir. A knife. Detective Goodman pulled a knife on you. What happened then? Well, with me charging in on him like that, he looked as surprised as I was. You aren't exactly the kind of person someone would want to run into. That's when I reacted, sir. I swung my arms like an octopus, struggling to detain him. That's when I got this gash on my hand. Okay, he is wrapped up in bandage. Maybe if you just kept your cool, your hand wouldn't be. When I saw the blood trickling down my arm, I panicked. I grabbed the man by his collar. I fought for my life, then I did it. What exactly do you mean when you say you did it? I know I don't look the type, but I'm really into kung fu films, sir. Oh boy, here we go. The man let his guard down for just an instant, so I snatched his knife from him. The hell were you watching? The Karate Kid? Snatched his knife. Do we have... Edgeworth's knife is right there. Switchblade knife right here. There's no other knives on record, but okay. Gotcha. He took his knife. I spun him around and performed a disarming maneuver. I made sure to close my eyes like a man. I see. He must have been desperate. He said to keep his eyes open, or he said to close them? Whatever. The next thing I knew, I knew his white coat was drenched in a sea of my blood, and then, the next thing I knew, yes, he punched me right in the face, sir. After that, I passed out until another officer smacked me awake. Okay, so he got into a fight with whoever woke him up. That's what I'm guessing. Because Goodman is definitely in the trunk, for sure, of the car at the other police station or whatever, where the chief of prosecutors and all that is. Okay, so last thing we got to press him on. About what time did you regain consciousness? No offense, sir, but how am I supposed to know that? I was unconscious. Oh, right. According to the report from the officer that woke up the witness, it was about 5:30. Just say who the officer was, bro. It's gotta be Marshall, right? That's why they're beating around the bush so much. They just had to wait for the opportune time to make the big reveal. Hit me right in the head, too. I woke up crying, tears of pain. That's nice. It's nice that you recovered, that is. When I came around, though, I made sure to finish my mission, sir. Your mission? Yes, sir, the Blue Badger, sir. I returned him to the entrance before things got out of hand. My voice is gonna get stuck like this, and I'm gonna be pissed off, I'm telling you. Anyways. Well, we can all rest easy now. I believe we now have a fairly accurate picture of what happened. Yes, Your Honor. Only one thing remains unclear. Was the man that officer murdered really the victim? He's got a point. Yes, Mr. Meekins? With regard to that, sir, Take a look at this. This was sent to my jail cell. Chief Gant delivered it to me just this morning, sir. The chief delivered it. What is that? A videotape? Yes, sir. That's absolutely right, sir. A videotape, sir. It contains footage from the security camera in the evidence room. All right. What? But I specifically asked if there was such a tape, and was told it had been mistakenly erased. That's quite a mistake. I just do what I'm told, sir. It's the only thing I'm really good at. Looks like communication with the police department is as good as ever. Well then, let's have a look. Show us the video. Oh, show us the video of you murdering the victim. Oh, please stop using that word murder, sir. It scares me. You're the one who's... Sorry. A video of a real murder. Just what are we getting ourselves into? You're not... I can't pause it. No. They're making me listen to the song. Okay. He's still getting down, though. Okay, this is Detective Goodman, and his face is blocked, by the way, if y'all notice that. It only goes up to his shoulders. And of course, his face completely covered. The ears, I can't really tell nothing. Look like it might actually be Goodman. Am I wrong? That might actually be Goodman, because he's kind of got a little fade. You see that? Okay. Ooh. Damn. He rushed back in to stab him? Why would Detective Goodman do that? Once he saw who it was, another officer, that should have been it. Damn. Mika's got his ass whooped, bro. Okay, but where did Detective Goodman go? Because he didn't pass by a second time. And when we went in there, it was only one way in, and then you make a left. Did he duck and crawl away? Why is Phoenix sweating so much? Because he couldn't see his face? Mika's really got his ass whooped, though, for real. And maybe that's why he's sweating like that. He's like, damn, bro, I'm trying not to laugh at this dude. This guy got cooked. What's wrong with Edgeworth? Because you can't see his face. It's got to be it. Well, I believe we're all thinking the same thing. How can we deal with these unsettling feelings stirred within us? What the hell was that wriggling piece of plywood? Sir, that is the pride and joy of the entire criminal affairs department, sir. It's the Blue Badger, sir. Why am I not surprised this isn't going smoothly? Video from the security camera placed in the evidence room. Yes, well, anyway. This tape seems to prove that the witness did indeed encounter someone in the evidence room, and some sort of activity did take place. Your Honor, instead of relying on clearly incomplete footage, the witness testimony will suffice. Is that alright with you, Officer Meekins? Yes, sir, as you wish, sir. Ain't nobody asked me, though. Alright, bro. Mystery Man. His face can't be clearly seen in the photo or in the video. But there's no question that the other person was Detective Goodman, sir. I mean, he opened the locker, which required Detective Goodman's hand fingerprint to do. Oh, so it was him. Okay, so I'm bugging. Yeah, because the only way to open the lock, I forgot, it's been a minute. Only way you can open a locker is if you have the fingerprint. And that's the only way he could have opened it. And I'm pretty sure Detective Goodman didn't have any separate hands, so yeah. Good point, okay. The locker he opened is unquestionably Detective Goodman's locker, sir. So it must be him. No one else could have unlocked it. We can't dispute that, right? Wait a minute, hold on. Was there anything that we could have opened it with? Lost item. Half-written document dated. Can only be submitted to the... Okay, to the chief of police. Okay. Tag evidence. Rubber glove. Show me thin rubber glove. Only the assigned detective's prints can unlock an indicator lamp lights up to open it. Yeah, I guess it's got to be Goodman. Because how could he, if anyone else was there, because obviously we can't see his face, if anyone else was there doing that, how could they have, moved the, recovers fingerprints from... Maybe if you had the fingerprint on file, nah, because you probably have to have the body temperature too, not just the fingerprint. I don't know. But it definitely says fingerprint right here, right? Yeah, it's got to have their prints. Interesting. What's this about a fingerprint? Each detective has been given, and every time I try to look into something to understand it, the game is already going to explain it. Okay, I just need to let it ride sometimes. Gotcha. Each detective has been given a locker equipped with a fingerprint activated lock. These locks ensure that each locker can only be opened by the detective it belongs to. Intriguing. That would mean the victim at the crime scene would have to have been Detective Goodman. Very well, the defense may begin its cross-examination. I don't know where this cross-examination will lead, but everything begins with contradictions. That's where I have to start. So, what was the contradiction? Let's see. His face can't be clearly seen in the video. That is true. Why would I don't think I should press him on that, really. But I'm going to see what he says. Tell me, were you able to get a good look at him? That's a good question. There you go, Phoenix. At the face of the man who attacked you with a knife. Sir, if you must label people as having seen or not seen the man's face, I believe I would be classified as the latter. The latter? But you were standing right in front of him, were you not? More to the point, you were the person who fought him, aren't you? Oh, yes, sir, but I didn't get a clear look at his face, sir. I'm not the kind of guy who looks directly at people when talking to them, you see? Yeah, he ain't lying. I feel like the only time he looked directly at us when he was trying to convince us of something being true. So I think when he's looking directly at us, he's probably lying. And when he's looking up like this, he's probably being honest. Yeah, that's a good trait for a police officer. See, even when he's facing us right now, his eyes are closed. Still, I am sure it was him. I'd bet my badge on it. But there's no question that the other person was Detective Goodman, sir. But you said you couldn't see him. But you don't know that for sure, do you? You never actually saw Detective Goodman's face. Well, I suppose you might say that. That is, if you must label people as having seen or not seen it. Okay, dude. Since his face can't be identified in video, only you can verify it. Well, why is everyone looking at me? If I had to label your stares as disturbing or Meekin. He made the noise for me. Having been shown a questionable video at best, we are not in the best of moods. Now, please be more certain when you testify. Yes, sir. You claimed the man who brandished a knife on you was Bruce Goodman. Tell us, why are you positive it was him? I mean, he opened the locker, which required Detective Goodman's fingerprint to do. Yes, this is true. But he doesn't even know if it was him or not. So the only thing we really got to prove is, can you get someone's fingerprint without Well, can someone get your fingerprint without you being present? And I can't think of a way they could possibly do that. Because of the evidence that we have so far, nothing says that that's even possible. This thing is so convoluted, but also really intriguing, I'm not gonna lie, because I don't know who the fuck did what. About these lockers, is there no other way to open them? No, sir. I myself tried all kinds of methods in the past. They only respond to registered fingerprints, sir. I wonder what kind of methods he tried. Toe prints? If the man opened the locker's lock, which only responds to its registered fingerprints, then he must be the person the locker was assigned to. Exactly my point, sir, and this too. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I think I get it. I just realized. Hold on. So, none of these things say anyone's specific locker, right? This doesn't say it's someone's specific locker. But he was dressed as Detective Goodman, so we assumed he was Detective Goodman, which means he's the only person who could have opened Detective Goodman's locker, right? And he had the ID card to get into the room, correct? But I don't think... Hold on. He opened his A locker. That's what happened. He opened a locker. So it still could be someone else dressed as Detective Goodman who opened the locker, and Meekins just assumed, oh, well, this must be him because he opened the locker, you know, after the fact, you know? That's what I think happened. I think that makes sense. Because we don't have Detective Goodman's locker as evidence. We just have evidence locker as evidence. So I think that's correct. The locker you opened is unquestionably Detective Goodman's locker, sir. Okay, yeah. He said this, then we go here. Okay, I'm just making sure I didn't skip one or do the same one again. How do you know that information? I've heard rumors, sir, from people in the know, sir. People in the know. The workers in the department and cafeteria, sir, they keep me informed. They also listen to my romantic troubles, sir. For the record, the open locker did indeed belong to Detective Goodman. Fuck. I hate you, Edward. I verified this information through a more reliable source. So the victim opened the locker of his own fingerprint. So it definitely was him. God damn it. So now what do I do? So it must be him. No one else could have unlocked it. What was the contradiction? However, the most important detail is not shown in this video, the man's face. Sir, if I may say something, sir, please do. After all, you are the one being examined. I don't understand why the man's face is so important in this case, sir. I mean, it was his hand that opened the fingerprint lock. So it was his hand that tried to thrust his knife into my body, sir. My unsettled state can testify enough to this, sir. Meekins is not wrong. One second, I gotta take care of my dog. Hold on. All right, we're back in the mix. Yeah, I mean, he's not really wrong here. Like, I want it to be different, but I mean, it has to be Bruce Goodman. There's nothing that suggests that it's not. Plus, even when we look at the video, I feel like I saw his haircut. But I don't even know. Honestly, I have no clue how there's two deaths in different places of the same guy. I mean, of course, that would just mean he didn't die. And we can't even present this bloody handprint. Actually, we can present the bloody handprint because why did he have a bloody handprint? Right? Why was there? Where is it? Why is this here? Why would he have a bloody handprint? And then, on top of that, on this list, there's another number not accounted for, right? So yeah, I don't think the 777 one is Marshall though. I think Marshall came in there as Bruce Goodman. I think he was dressed like him for sure, and that's why there's a bloody handprint because he got into a fight with Meekins. But where do we present that? When he talked about the blood being everywhere, but that was earlier and we couldn't present that. And now we're on a different testimony. Yes, you have a point. The footage doesn't lie. That is. Unless the defense can find a problem with it. Mr. Wright, let's check the court record again. Is there a problem with the security video? There has to be a problem, right? There's always a problem. Whenever they give me this option, there's always a problem with the video, right? Or is there no problem? If I see no problem, it's going to be found. Hold on. Y'all not going to get me. I'm going to go ahead and save. Y'all not going to get me. Not today. I'm going to save that. Damn, literally 1 month later, I'm playing this. I'm going to say there is a problem. Regarding the video contained on this tape, there is one thing in particular that seems rather strange. Strange? This contradiction leads to the possibility that the man may have not been Detective Goodman. What? This video contains such a contradiction? Interesting. Your Honor, I have a proposal. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth? I propose we have the defense point out to us this alleged contradiction in the video. He would want me to point it out. Very well, proposal accepted. Let us further inspect this piece of evidence. I will now play the security oh, no. You're not finna get me. Turn this shit off. I'm not finna be tortured by that music, bro. Okay. Mr. Wright, please show us this contradiction you speak of. I have to point out a problem in the video. This is the first time I've ever had to do that. I think the main strange problem with this video is that we never saw him leave. Whoever was in there, they never left. Isn't that weird? But Meekins says that fucking died. You can do it, Mr. Wright. It's set up so you can fast forward, rewind, and pause the video. Just take a good look, and be sure to point out the right thing. He did say he won the fight, though. That's what Meekins said. Maybe here's what happened. Here's what probably happened. It was Bruce Goodman. Meekins got his shit rocked, right? But then the other person who came into the room, whether it be Marshall or the chief of detectives or chief of officers and all that, whatever, they got into a scuffle with Bruce right after that, or they just stuck up behind him and finished him off as he was fighting, or right after he dropped Meekins. That's my guess. And then whoever that was is who woke up Meekins. But Meekins doesn't even know who woke him up because he doesn't know anybody because he's new, which doesn't make sense because why would you have a new guy hiring new people? But they were all doing things that they don't normally do, such as words. So please don't play it too many times. I can't stand watching this video. I agree. How did this guy ever become a police officer? Now then, Mr. Wright, please enlighten us. Where is the contradiction that indicates the man may not be? I was still reading that. Alright, good thing I turned off the music. Let's look. Okay. I don't see anybody. Wait. Look. The light's already on. The light's already on. Does that mean someone already activated it? Because these are all off. Right? So the light's already on, someone must have already tried to open this. So Bruce might have already tried to open this, and he died. Right? So then to avoid suspicion on the camera, they had Bruce, whoever was dressed as Bruce, come in behind him, avoid being seen by the camera by having the blue badger in here, which is why he was in the first place, to make sure his face doesn't get caught. And then he could go into the locker that's already opened so that he could get whatever's in there. That's what I think it is. I gotta be right. That's it. The thing that's strange about this video has got to be this. Officer Meekin. Sir, do you mean sir? As I understand it, the locker apparatus works like this. When you grab the handle, a sensor reads your fingerprint if it's a match. The light turns on and the lock is released. According to my very limited experience, that's the way I understand it, sir. If so, then something is seriously wrong with this picture. Yeah, look at this. All the other lockers are already turned off. But that one's on before anyone touches it. And then this guy, who's tall enough not to be seen by the camera, conveniently tall enough not to be seen by the camera, conveniently with his face blocked, opens the locker. Look at this. When the victim reaches for the handle to the locker, to open the locker, let's rewind it a little earlier, it was already on. This is the slowest rewind of all time. But I'm glad I don't have to listen to that song right now. I'm so happy. Here, notice the light? What's this? It's already lit. Precisely my point, Your Honor. The locker was already open before the victim grabbed the handle. Hold on. Turn that music back on. Let's go. Hey. Order. What's the meaning of this? It's very simple, Your Honor. The locker wasn't locked on the day of the crime. But the locker locks are controlled by an electronic system. When a door is shut, a sensor is triggered, and the locker is automatically locked. Oh, I know. This must have been broken down. Of course. I'm not an expert in this. That's not likely, Your Honor. The sensor would detect a report any malfunction. Oh well, it just goes to show novices should keep their mouths shut. But so then, Mr. Wright, do you have an explanation? Me, Your Honor? Yes. Why wasn't the locker locked? Me, Your Honor? Why wasn't it locked? Yes, well, you see, this isn't exactly my field. What do you think, Miss Scientific Investigator? Huh? Oh, maybe something like jammed the system's sensors. Something jammed the sensor. Say, there's something else that seemed out of place in this video. Yeah, I thought so too. There's gotta be another clue somewhere in this footage. Very well. Let's inspect the video once more. Oh, hell no, you're not finna get me. You ain't finna get me. I'm ready for it. Nope. Hey, you tried it, bro. You tried it. I thought y'all were so slow. We're gonna go back to the video, CJ. No, you're not. You're not finna make me listen to that shit. No, sir. No, sir. The locker wasn't locked. Mr. Wright, please point out the cause for this. Y'all tried to get me. I'm smart. The locker wasn't locked. I don't see anything sticking out of it to where it wouldn't be locked. Right? It looks closed to me. So why was the locker not already locked? Is there water on the floor? Nah, because if that... No. You know what? Maybe this one was opened earlier. Some water maybe got thrown on it or something like that. And then this whole setup got malfunctioned. So all of these are messed up. Except... And they're not going to open. But this one will never lock because it got fucked up. But that doesn't make sense because Edgeworth said that if there was a malfunction, it would be reported, and he didn't find any reports. But a few times now, in the same case, people have brought stuff forward that Edgeworth didn't know about. So, maybe this is water on the floor, but I can't fucking bring the curse down there, so why the fuck am I even talking about it? Oh, wait. But come on, dude. Alright, fuck it. Keep playing. God damn it. I thought I was on to something. And none of these have anything propping them open either, from what I can tell. Dude, I have no clue. Why would it have already been opened? Oh! The glove is this. This is blocking the path. I saw it fall just now. Right? It's got to be the glove. Did I get it? Please watch closely. This is the continuation of the part I showed you earlier. Okay. I'm just glad I didn't have to get tortured by that, bro. I'm a genius. See? The glove falls. What's this? Something white fell out of the locker. But sir, it's been my experience that things fall out of those doors when those doors are opened. I often fall and roll great distances. Oh, no. We can't be sure that item was completely inside the locker to begin with. What do you mean? The sensor triggers the lock when the door is shut. What if something was inserted, say, between the sensor and the door? Inserted. If I would have turned the music back on, I would have had to hear this shit like 6, 7 more times. I'm so glad. See, this is why you guys gotta do brain teasers on the fucking New York Times thing. Alright. This white thing wasn't inside the locker. It was stuck between the door and the sensor. Oh, I understand now, sir. It's just like my tie. 2 out of 3 times it gets stuck in the door when I get out of my patrol vehicle, sir. That is terrible. But the object would have to be extremely thin to fit in the door. Not only that, it would also have to block electrical circuit or currents. It would need to be an insulator, but that's what a rubber glove is, right? Isn't a rubber glove an insulator? Yes, an insulator. But at the crime scene, there just might have been something that fits the description. But sir, by insulator you don't... I think I finally got this figured out. Very well. Will the defense please present the relevant evidence? What was the insulator that was stuck in the locker door? It had to be this right here. Tagged evidence from the SL9 incident, extremely thin rubber glove. This is it. I found this near the locker, or thin rubber glove. But we can't be sure that was the victim's locker, in the victim's locker. It has a tag that says SL9 incident. The video seems to depict the victim opening the locker, but that isn't the case. The lit lamp attests to this. On the day of the crime, even I could have opened that locker. Is this not so, Officer Meekins? Sir, I would appear so, sir. It would appear so, sir. Okay. I think now we can turn the music back on. And that shit coming in hard too. You hear that? Yeah, we're going crazy in the studio on this, bro. Order, order, order. So are we to believe then that the victim, whom this witness stabbed in the evidence room, was not Detective Goodman? Do not be misled, Your Honor. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? The defense has merely demonstrated that possibility and nothing more. The victim in the video was indeed Bruce Goodman. The prosecution will offer one more testimony to prove this. What? Officer Meegan, please testify about this. Sir? Me, sir? I'm not sure what you're referring to, sir. Oh, you mean that, sir? Of course, sir. Is this a joke? Very well. Begin your testimony. Bro, they got some arranged shit going on. Mystery Man number 2. What the fuck? Okay, that makes sense. Because I was just saying, if you remember, on this list right here, we still got one person unaccounted for. There's one other thing that proves the man was Detective Goodman, sir. To enter the evidence room, one must use their ID card. When an ID card is used, there's a record of it. At the time of the crime, the detective had used this card. Well, that's how we got in the evidence room in the first place, by using that same card, though. That's easily refutable. Right? I feel like that's too easy compared to everything else we have to deal with so far. But we'll see. An ID card record. I see. I have the ID card record right here, Your Honor. The ID used at 514 is that of the victim. Just before the crime. Yes, without a doubt, this is the victim's ID. However, one thing does strike me as unusual. Several hundred cases should have been due for transferal. Why were there so few people using this room? This particular evidence room is only used for storing certain special cases. Extremely violent cases involving police staff. Just hearing that makes my hair stand on end. Me too, although it doesn't make much of a difference. There were only a few cases up for transferal there, and most were cleared up by noon. Right, I see. Now let us move on to the cross-examination. Okay. There was one thing that proves that the man was Detective Goodman, sir. We don't have to press him on this, but I'm going to anyway. So unlike your earlier testimony, you believe this to be rock solid, do you? Yes, sir. Solid as stone, sir. It was my hand... if my hand wasn't wrapped in bandages, I'd give you the V for victory, sir. You have another hand. Couldn't he just use his right hand for that? Let's hear him out fully. As we've seen, one never knows what he might say until the very last second. Ah, true. To enter the evidence room, one must use their ID card. Is that card hanging from your neck one of these ID cards? Yes, sir. This card right next to my cuff, sir. I keep it here so I won't ever forget it. But what if someone were to steal it from you, keeping it out in the open like that? Maybe I shouldn't wear it around my neck. Remember when I said 2 out of 3 times my tie gets stuck when I get out of my car? Well, the remaining time, it's my ID card that gets stuck. Instead of the door closing, oh my, okay, I get it. Maybe I should just leave this one alone. At any rate, each police officer has only one ID card. Both the police department and the prosecutor's office can attest to this. Please proceed with your testimony. When an ID card is used, there's a record of it. I can present on that though, because yeah, there's a record of it being used, but why was it not fully filled out when we first got it? All we had was Miles Edgeworth and Bruce Goodman on here, and that's it. We didn't have Meekins on here, and we still don't have the one at the very top. So why are certain names marked off if it keeps a record of it? Does it only keep a record of the number? I'm going to present that because I want to see what they say. This evidence... Aw, come on, bro. That's a great question. You got to be joking. You got to be joking me with that. Come on, dog. Alright, fuck it. What you mean by that, bro? Let me know that this is the record of the witnesses referred to. Let me see, yes. That would be Detective Goodman. What's the matter? According to this, Mr. Edward, your name is on here. So it is, Your Honor. Not that prosecutor again. Hey, maybe he's behind this. Being a prosecutor, he could hide the evidence. Mommy, is that man in the blue a murderer? Shh, don't stare at him. You got the wrong color, kid. It would seem the inquiry committee will want to speak with you again today. I have nothing to be ashamed of regarding my actions or their consequences. For now, let's continue with the cross-examination. Poor Edgeworth. It must be so difficult for him. At the time of the crime, the detective had used his ID card. Earlier, I believe you testified that when you asked the man to show his ID card, he pulled a knife on you. Yes, sir. He didn't show me any ID, sir. Don't you think that's odd? I mean, if he had his ID card, all he had to do was show it to you. There wouldn't be a reason to draw a knife. Maybe he just panicked. Everything stems from contradictions. Let's point them out. Mr. Wright, what do you think? I'm confused. What? The problem with this ID card testimony is far too obvious. It's not like Edgeworth to miss something like this. You're thinking too hard about it. Come on, let's show them what we got. Okay, proves Detective Goodman. To enter the evidence room, one must use their ID card. When an ID card is used as a record of it, I tried to print it on that. They said I couldn't. At the time of the crime, the detective had used his ID card. Wait a minute, hold on. Lost item report. He got his ID wrong. Isn't that weird? It's 5'8". But look at this. It says 5'9" or 7. It's not even close to an 8. He didn't write this note, did he? It can only be submitted to the chief of police. Is this the evidence I need? Because that's why he was in there in the first place, right? Let's try it. Oh fuck, I got it right. Okay, cool. Oh, okay. I thought for sure I got that one wrong. I thought for sure I got that one wrong. Wait one moment, Officer Meekins. I'm not good at waiting, sir. I have the victim's ID card right here. I found it at the scene of the crime. That makes sense. When I say crime scene, I'm referring to the evidence room in the police department. I mean the other crime scene. The underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. True. So if the crime happened at the same time in two different places, he couldn't have had his ID card in two different places at once. Not possible. Especially because everyone only gets one. I didn't even think about that. But I still got the answer right, so fuck him. Your Honor, I have one more piece of evidence to present. It's a very important clue regarding the victim's ID card. The most item report is only half complete, but it's on the day of the crime. Something important enough to fill out this report. Let me guess, you believe this is something to be his ID card, right? I can't say for sure, but there is a high probability. On the day of the crime, Detective Goodman was not carrying his card. Order. So now, what does this all mean? It can only mean one thing. It doesn't even require that much thought. The man Officer Meekins encountered in the evidence room was not Detective Goodman, but rather the man who stole his ID card. Order. Does the prosecution have a response? I have only one thing to say to this defense. Bravo, Mr. Wright. Bravo. Allow me to summarize the defense's argument. At 5:15 on the day of the crime, the man in the evidence room Officer Meekins encountered was not Detective Goodman. There are two grounds to support this. First, the locker in the evidence room was already unlocked. Second, the victim lost his ID card. Am I correct so far, Mr. Wright? Yes. What's he up to? That being the case, we must inevitably arrive at a single conclusion. If the victim in the video is fake, the murder in the evidence room is also fake. In other words, security camera does not show the instant of the murder. That is, well, I guess that's right. Yeah, it doesn't show anyone dying. Is something wrong, Mr. Wright? Only moments ago, you seemed content to be pointing your finger around. This isn't going to end well. Well. It seems you finally realize exactly what you've gone to such lengths to prove. Explain yourself, Mr. Edgeworth. The defense has already done the explaining for me. The victim in this video is a fake, which means the murder did not take place at the police department at 5:15 on the day of the crime. So the crime can only take place at one location in the underground parking lot. At the prosecutor's office, the murderer being Miss Lana Sky, the defendant. That's true. We kind of just proved that. Damn. The evidence is compelling. A trustworthy witness observed the moment the defendant used the murder weapon. I knew that testimony was way too shabby. It was all a trap from the beginning. The activity in the evidence room still... Oh, my dog does want something. He looked at me and then he walked away and... Alright. The activity in the evidence room still leaves many questions unanswered. Who exactly was the victim Officer Meekins encountered? And where did the person disappear to? However, this trial's purpose is to examine only the murder of Detective Goodman. Just so, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, you have to do something else, or Lana. Object, wait and see what happens. What do I do? How am I supposed to get myself out of this mess? Object. That's all we can do. One moment, Your Honor. What now, Mr. Wright? Don't tell me you're objecting to what you just proven. Of course not. But I almost walked right into the prosecution's trap. What are you talking about? This cross-examination has proven one thing and one thing only. The security video did not show the actual murder. Okay. It's not playing the music again, so that's a plus. But also never shows the person who was in there leave either. Interesting. However, it cannot be said that it was unrelated to the murder in the parking lot. Specifically, large amounts of blood traces were found in the evidence room. The defense demands further examination into the truth of the matter. Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. If this court were to examine this further, other witnesses will be necessary. Is prosecution prepared? I'm sorry, Your Honor. Prosecution considered the incident in the police department to be unrelated. We have not prepared any other witnesses for this incident. This just might be my chance. Time to call a certain Texas Ranger to the stand. Mr. Wright, do you mean... She can hear my thoughts again, bro. I'm still not over that. Your Honor, the defense would like to request a specific witness. Oh, whom do you have in mind? Someone we have no reason to, or have reason to believe knows the truth. The truth behind the activities that took place in the evidence room. Prosecution requests to hear this person's name before deciding whether or not to comply. Very well, then, Mr. Wright. This person whom you would like to have us testify? What is his or her name? I was thinking we could bring in, Gumshoe. I feel like he got a lot to say about this. No? Detective Goodman. Because, you know, he was the one who got killed, so he definitely got a lot to say about what happened. No? We could bring Meekins back in here. I feel like, you know, I didn't really do too great with his voice. If I could have a second chance at that, I feel like that'd be cool. No? Alright, what about Damon Gant? Now, last time he was here, he looked kind of sleepy. He might be kind of well rested now. Nah, he still got his eyes closed in this picture. That's not who you want. You want her. You want Lana Skye. Because if y'all just go ahead and declare her guilty, I can go home, go eat, you know what I'm saying? I'm hungry. I'm not trying to be here all day. For real, to be honest with you. I don't even know who this lady is. She's gonna pull up, and I'm out here trying to retire. A little sister. Yeah, get her on the stand, because she over here not really doing nothing. She getting on my nerves. If you could just get her away from me, that would help. Actually, don't bring her back. We're good on that. Yeah. A patrolman investigating the incident at the prosecutor's office thinks he's a cowboy. Jake Marshall, age 33. Officer Jake Marshall. Why him? Can't let Edgeworth know everything just yet. He's in charge of the evidence room. I feel like we should hear what he has to say. Prosecution agrees to the defense's request. Since he's responsible for guarding the room, we should hear his testimony. Unfortunately, he works in the police department. We shouldn't need longer than 20 minutes to prepare. Very well. The court will take a 30-minute recess while the witness is subpoenaed. Okay. Never seen that before. My dog just pushed my door open and then jumped back in the bed. Okay. Would the prosecution please prepare the witness during this time? We will, Your Honor. Court is now in recess. So we're just going to be in the lobby again? Is that what's about to happen? February 24th, 1132, District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 2. There's no stopping you, is there, Mr. Wright? Huh? What do you mean? You called for Jake Marshall. It seems you figured everything out. I haven't figured anything out. Lana, you're the one who knows everything. Emma, you always know everything. Why don't you just tell us? Mr. Wright is trying his hardest to protect you. I don't recall ever asking for his protection. How can you be so cold? Don't you trust us? Don't you trust me? Hope I'm... This motherfucker, every time his timing is terrible. Hope I'm not interrupting anything, pals. Oh, I guess I am. I'll come back later. Wait, Detective Gumshoe. What is it? You've got a lot of nerve, pal, making the detective run all around while on duty. And on top of that, you call me here. I've seen happier people at funerals. Sorry, Detective. You better be, pal. Hey, I didn't see you there, Chief Prosecutor Sky. That's okay. So, have you brought what I asked? Oh, I'm Santa Claus. You mean this right here? My apologies, Detective. Due to my present circumstances, I was forced to use Mr. Wright's name when making my request. My name? Never in a million years would I have thought it was you who asked me. Could I bother you to bring me the SO9 incident files? I need them by noon. Talk about crazy. The SO9 incident? But Lana, that's... I thought Mr. Wright might need them, so I had them brought here. Here or here? You might do well to read them. I can't believe you, Chief Prosecutor. We're a witness in that case. Miss Sky was a witness. Files of the Joe Dart killings solved 2 years ago. Hold on. Let me... Can I read this? Let me see. It's got 4 pages. Incident number SL9 closed. Perpetrator Joe Dart, crime, serial murder, sentenced to death. Victims Edward Jones, Jason Knight, Edith Kirby, Rachel Moss, Jeb Bates, and Neil Marshall. Oh, shit. Okay. Neil is probably related to Jake Marshall, for sure. So they definitely got some investment in this. Okay. Head prosecutor Miles Edgeworth, witness Lana Sky, Emma Sky. They're both for witnesses, okay. Investigation Task Force, executive investigators Damon Gant and Lana Sky, head investigator Bruce Goodman, investigators Jake Marshall, Angel Starr. Now, why would Jake Marshall care about this whole thing? Is he mad that he got the wrong guy? Did they get the right guy and he thought Bruce Goodman was trying to say he was innocent? I don't even know. Or did Jake do it and his brother almost figured it out and he killed his brother? That'd be crazy. Take it from me, you don't do anything. You don't want anything to do with serial murders. Oh wait. Now that I have brought you your stuff, you're going to ignore me? You're going to just ignore me? Emma, but why? Why is your name in there? What? My name's in there? I don't know unless... No, it couldn't be. Lana, the SO9 is that... That's the classification number the police filed it under. 2 years ago, the rest of the world knew it as the Joe Dart killing. The Joe Dart... No, Lana. It's over with. No. Emma, wait. She ran away. Oh, you know what? I just remembered I gotta go be somewhere. Sorry, fella, I'm out of here. Jake Marshall, Angel Starr, Damon Gant, Miles Edgeworth, not to mention Lana and Emma. Everyone involved in this case is connected to those killings 2 years ago. This can't just be a coincidence. Knowing you just might be able to figure it out. Time to get back to the trial, Mr. Wright. Best of luck. I better take a good look at this file. I did already. Pretty sure it's got something to do with good old Jake. Alright, cool. We can stop. I just got hungry again, so... I'm glad we made some progress, though. But we know that Jake has some involvement in this because his brother or father or somebody was involved in the Joe Dart killings. So I think we're locked and loaded. I will see y'all next time I stream this game, whenever the fuck that is.